Hello. This is Alfred. Today we'll be talking about something a little different and new. So let's go ahead and increase this. So I want to let's put it back to this 125. So I want to introduce this video. Will be the first out of a couple video, but they will kind of like connect together. So essentially we will be building an app that looks like this. So this is, I'm using Excel, Google Doc, Google Sheet to demonstrate what the app should look like. Essentially it will look like this. The app will look like this, and we are able to add a name or a user. Let's call it a first name. We are able to add a first name. Ctrl C, delete first name, and we can type in a name here, then add it to a list, some kind of list, and the list view. So we can have any amount of names that we want to add on, and we can delete a name from the list view. We can delete it, then we can save all of the names that we have added to a file, and we will save it somewhere on the C drive or any file location that we can edit and change it here and call it whatever. We can add first name there, first name list. So that's essentially what the app will do. And we should also be able to right click here and maybe delete a name from the list or change a name from the list. I should probably be able to change a name here. So we can right click and do a change a name in the list as well. So that's pretty much what the app will look like. So in this series, the whole series of video, we will learn a couple items. We will learn about WPF. We will learn about controls in WPF. We will learn about user control. We will learn about data binding. We will learn about saving your data to file. We will learn about source control. So I will actually be committing this to source control to my GitHub and etc. So we'll learn about other items that I couldn't think of. And let's see. So that's pretty much what we'll be talking about in this particular video. So right now, let's go ahead and set up. So I'm in the process of learning about all of these too. So I like to also make this video while it's still fresh in my head and while I'm still really excited about it, because in a couple weeks I will not be excited about this anymore. So let's go. So let's go ahead and open up Visual Studio. I'll go ahead and open it up here. So today we'll basically do a lot of setups right now, and let's go ahead and create a new project. And we want a WPF application. That looks good. Go ahead and hit next. So we will go ahead and save this here on the repo. Let's go ahead and open up this repo. So we want to save it. Let me go ahead and create a new folder. I will index it to 1111, then today's date is 24th, then 2022, then we will say first name project, and I'll select that folder. Then we will call the project first name project WPF. So here we will just call it first name project, and that looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and hit next. So again, we'll be just doing a lot of setups for this part one video, for this first video. So now that we have opened up the WPF app, so this is obviously the XAML. So let's go ahead and put it side by side. I like to do it this way. So this is side by side XAML. This is our main window, page. So this is the code behind. So what I would like to do now is to commit this or create a GitHub for this. So for that, let's go to Git, create a Git repository. So I am already signed into my GitHub here. So all I would do is leave the repository name and description. I will say this is a project for my YouTube video. So this is very descriptive, right? Maybe I should add a little bit more. So this project will add first name to a list, delete let's say first name from the list, and save all first name list to a file. So we'll probably etc. Let's type etc here. So we'll probably do a lot more. So private repository. Let's not do private. I think I will add the link to the repo. I will definitely add a link to the repo on the video description, so you could download it or do whatever you need to do with it. That looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and click on create and push, and voila, that's pretty much it. It should start creating it on the commit line. And you know what, let's go ahead and get it out. So let's open up Git. So that's my Git repository. Let's go to repo, and that's the first name right here, and it's public, so you could copy this link if I for some reason missed to add it to the description, but I'm sure I will. So let's go ahead and add readme file. So that looks good. I'm going to say to do add more details. Let's say to do add more details about this project usage here. All right, so that's pretty much it. So now that I have made a change on the Git and in the web, I need to actually commit this, and now I have it here. I need to close out of this, then go back to my file. If I go to Solution Explorer, no, if I go to my Team Explorer, I believe. Let me go right here. So right now it should be able to find some kind of change that I made on the web. So I need to request for a pull. Let's go ahead and fetch and see if it could find the changes. So there's a change here. Say create readme, right? So now we want to pull it into our project so that everything will be in sync, right? So let's go back here and we'll go ahead and say pull. So when it pulls it, we should be all good. And now we have it on our local and we should be good. So if you go back to Solution Explorer and right click here, go to Open File Explorer, we should see our readme file in there. So let's go back one folder. So that's our readme file right there. So That looks good, and we can also update it here, and the next time we push it, it will update inside our GitLab or GitHub. All right, so go ahead and close out of this, and that's pretty much the setup I want to do today. So I noticed that most of my videos are really long, so I will try to keep all these projects, all these different parts, really small. Maybe not really small, but relatively small compared to all my previous videos. So next time we will try to tackle, let's see, what do we have to tackle? So we will start designing the UI, and the next video will be designing I think I have a couple of these all not all in order. So but the next video will be about designing the UI and making it look like this. Hopefully we'll see how much time we have. Make it look like this. Then the next thing we will do is you make the user control. So if you notice these two items here look similar to this, so we are using a text block. We will use a text block for this, and we use a text box for this. We are also going to use a text block for this, and we will use a text box for this. So we will actually create a user control so that we will have all that text block and text box as well as, so this is, I call this text block, so it should be text box, and we'll also add another feature, and which would be the number of permissible character that we can only have here, and it will also show the current count of character that you are. So this is kind of like similar to what you see on Twitter. So this will be a really cool, useful user control. And the good thing about the user control is that you could reuse it in any of your application over and over again. You don't need to create it all over again every single time. So we'll probably be dealing with that on the video number 3. But the next video will create this GUI, and stay tuned as we do that. Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and call it a day for today. Hope this was useful. Go ahead, if you like this type of project, and if you think that this is a good video, a good value for your time, go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button, because I will, so that you don't miss the next video, the next series in the video. Okay, I will talk to you later. Bye bye.